Official opening. In the quiet corners of the world where conflict rages unseen by most, there are stories shadowed by silence and pain. This is the story of Aminata, a child thrust into the heart of war, her childhood ripped away by violence she never chose. Today, we bring you a glimpse into her untold journey, a story of loss, trauma, survival, and the painful quest for hope amid devastation. This is not just Aminata's story. It is the reality for thousands of children caught in the merciless grip of armed conflict across the globe. Immediate instructions, phenomenon description. Aminata was only 10 years old when soldiers came to her village in Sierra Leone. In an instant, her world changed. She was forcibly taken, separated from family, and pressed into becoming a child soldier. This brutal conscription is not unique. Around the world, children like Aminata are abducted or coerced, their innocence traded for weapons and survival. The trauma begins at the moment of loss, losing home, family, security, replaced by terror, violence, and the relentless demand to fight. These children face unimaginable horrors that no child should ever witness or endure. Behavioral cues progression. For Aminata, survival meant learning to navigate the chaos of war. At first, she was terrified, disoriented by loud weapons, commands, and forced marches. Soon, subtle changes took hold. The laughter and dreams of a young girl faded, replaced by silence and numbness. Behaviors like withdrawal, abrupt anger, or moments of dissociation became her shield against relentless fear. Over time, the psychological wounds grew deeper than physical injuries, carving a path toward chronic trauma. Aminata's story unfolds as a powerful reminder of how war steals identity and reshapes a child's inner world. Denial of normal explanations. It is easy and deeply unfair to assume these children choose this fate or are willingly complicit in violence. Aminata's experience shatters these misconceptions. She was forced. She had no choice. Many view child soldiers through a lens of judgment, forgetting their stories are defined by coercion, survival instinct, and unimaginable circumstances. Even post-conflict, those who experience this suffer from lasting mental health struggles. PTSD, depression, anxiety, conditions rarely acknowledged or treated in conflict zones, compounding the suffering beyond physical wounds. Evidence case history. Human rights organizations have documented Aminata's story along with hundreds of others. Sierra Leone's civil war in the 1990s and early 2000s saw tens of thousands of children conscripted. Documentation reveals patterns: girls and boys abducted, indoctrinated, trained to kill, or forced into support roles. After the war, many children like Aminata faced stigma and rejection when returning home, families torn apart by pain and mistrust. Rehabilitation programs, though limited, have offered lifelines through counseling, education, and community reintegration. Aminata's slow journey back to childhood highlights the courage required not just to survive war, but to reclaim life after it. Historical context conspiracy. The tragedy of child soldiers is woven into the complex tapestry of global conflicts and geopolitical neglect. Often, the international spotlight fades once wars end, and urgent humanitarian crises give way to political convenience. In Sierra Leone, natural resources fueled prolonged fighting, with children exploited as part of a strategy of terror. Globally, despite laws prohibiting conscription of children under 15, enforcement remains weak, and armed groups exploit this gap. Governments, corporations, and international actors share responsibility in either perpetuating or combating this invisible crisis. Aminata's story calls attention to these broader failures and the urgent need for enforcement, education, and community support. Fourth wall-breaking closing message. Aminata's childhood was stolen, but her story is not just one of loss. It is a call to awareness and action. As viewers, understanding this reality means recognizing the faces behind the statistics. It means demanding support for survivors and pressing for policies that protect children everywhere from the horrors of war. We invite you to share this story, to advocate for peace, and to stand with the thousands of children whose voices have been silenced by conflict. Only through awareness and compassion can we hope to end this invisible crisis and restore innocence where it has been lost.